Good evening and welcome inside the Sullivan Center here in Joliet, Illinois. Terry Bonadonna with you for tonight's contest. It's St. Francis taking on Great Lakes Christian College on a warm Friday evening in December. Good to have you with us here today as the Saints try to bounce back from a tough defeat at the hands of conference rival Indiana University Northwest on Wednesday. Today, a non-conference matchup against Great Lakes coming in from Michigan. On a rare Friday night occurrence, Jordan Pyle at center court, ready to go against Shadia Greer on the opening tip for today's game. The Saints in white, the Crusaders in blue. Fighting Saints come in with a 7-2 record, and the Crusaders are 2-6 so far this year. We're ready to get this thing started, and away we go. The tip is won by Jordan Pyle out to Hannah Switek, who takes it right to the hoop and lays it in. It takes all of 4 seconds for the Fighting Saints to take the early lead. And that has been a good omen all season for St. Francis when they score on their opening possession. They've been tough to stop so far at home this year. They fell on Wednesday at the Sullivan Center for the first time in nearly 2 years. Trying to get back on track tonight. Here's a drive down the lane. No good from Tasia Cross. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Crusaders. First ever meeting between the Fighting Saints and Great Lakes Christian College. A small team from a small school in Michigan making their way around the Midwest. Three-pointer is no good. That off the fingertips of Leah Yanko. And the Saints take over, trying to add to their narrow early lead. Josie Graffio drives from the top. Kicks into the corner. Jordan Pyle hits the three, and it's a little bit short. Offensive rebound, Justine Charlesworth. Another chance for the Fighting Saints. This is Pyle on the drive. This time she lays it in. Pyle goes 1 for 2 on the possession. The Saints lead 4-0. Jordan Pyle is coming off of her highest scoring output of the season, her first 20-point game on Wednesday against Indiana Northwest. Quickly on the other end, a drive from Sakura Nakano, and it's poked away from her at the last instant and out of bounds along the baseline. It'll stay with the Crusaders, 18 on the shot clock. Cross will inbound here. Tasia Cross, Mystic Striker. Leah Yanko, Sakura Nakano, and Shadia Greer are the 5 on the floor to start things today for Great Lakes, who lose the ball out of bounds. It'll belong to the Fighting Saints, who line up with Hannah Switek, Georgia Bolton, Josie Graffio, Justine Charlesworth, and the senior Jordan Pyle, who's got the ball in her mitts right now. Outside to Georgia Bolton. Bolton drives and sends it back out. Here's Charlesworth on the outside. Graffio from the wing. Three-pointer is short. Fight for the offensive rebound. Charlesworth can't pull it in, but she's fouled by Tasia Cross. And it will stay with the Fighting Saints as the shot clock resets to 20 seconds. First foul of the game. Again, committed by Cross. Another chance for the Fighting Saints. Jordan Pyle lays it in underneath. Pyle's got 4 of the game's first 6, and both of them on second chances for the Saints. They had an offensive rebound on the last possession. This time around, it comes after a foul on the loose ball. Greer nearly stepped on the sideline, but she stays in bounds and drills the 3. Greer has the first 3 of the game for Great Lakes, who cut the lead in half. This is just a 21% three-point shooting team. Greer has been the best of the bunch this season. She's 5 of 13 from beyond the arc. Charlesworth guarded closely by Yanko, passes it off. Here's Hannah Switek working her way inside. Switek gets around Cross, but sends it too hard off the glass. No good on the field goal attempt. Here come the Crusaders. Greer is back on the other side of the floor tying her shoe. So it's 4 on 5 right now. Little hook shot misses from Mystic Striker. And the rebound goes to the Fighting Saints. Greer has her shoe tied just in time to play defense. Here's Charlesworth down to the corner and Jordan Pyle. Up top, Charlesworth, best three-point shooter on the team, wide open. But she misses for the second time today. She has struggled with her shot this week for the Saints after a rough performance on Wednesday. Long jumper misses from Yanko, and the rebound to Graffio. Up and down the floor we go in this game. Switek lays it up and in. Second field goal of the game for her. I was about to say we're moving at a very fast pace, but without a lot of offensive success. Neither team shooting all that well early, but Switek shuts me up. All right, I've got to start talking again. The game goes on. 8-3, St. Francis leads. Yanko from the corner, drives and kicks. Striker is stripped, and a foul called on Jordan Pyle. Mystic Striker will go to the line. First foul on the Fighting Saints, who go to their bench for the first time. Alina Yankee in for Pyle. Georgia Bolton leaves, and Mia Kennelly comes in. Mystic Striker at the foul line. 77% foul shooter. And the first one misses. Mystic Striker, with a name straight out of a comic book, has been on an incredible tear for Great Lakes. She leads the team in scoring, 20 points per game. She's been known to put up 30 or more in a contest this year. Doing the lion's share of her team's scoring this season. She's got her first point of today's game. Charlesworth from the corner. Misses again on the three. Offensive rebound, this time it's Kennelly. Kennelly with a nice fake, makes her way into the paint, kicks it back outside. Another chance for Charlesworth, rolls around and does not go. She's 0 for 4 from three-point range. That time it was halfway down, but couldn't complete it. On the other end, a drive for Nakano, and Nakano is called for the walk. .55 to play. First quarter, and a timeout is called by Great Lakes Christian College, just preserving the amount of time remaining. They might want to dial a fictional phone number with the clock looking as it is. Maybe that's what the impetus for the timeout was. Good start for Great Lakes Christian on the defensive end. They're not scoring, but they're holding St. Francis down a little bit. 4 points for Hannah Switek, 4 points for Jordan Pyle. Nobody else has yet been able to connect. All 8 of St. Francis's points have come in the paint. As for the Crusaders, not much offense so far. It's going to be tough sledding, you would think, for Great Lakes today. Not a lot of size on this team. Tallest player, Shadia Greer, at 5'10". Nobody else goes higher than 5'7". And this is a Saints team that's got a fair amount of size in comparison. Josie Graffio for three, got it. For the outside for the first time, Josie Graffio has her first field goal of the game, and the lead is 7, the biggest so far for the Fighting Saints. The Saints have been able to take advantage of the size disparity inside. Great Lakes has been working to get the ball down low without a lot of success, so Striker tries it from the outside, and Mystic Striker knocks down the three. Mystic Striker for three. Striker's got 4 of her team's 7. Great Lakes hanging around early. Kennelly tries to answer with a three, way off. Rebound to Striker. Leah Yanko passes it off to Striker. Right back to Yanko, who resets the offense. Barking out directives to her teammates. She starts to walk it up to the three-point line. Hand off to Cross. Tasia Cross pivots and passes. 7 on the shot clock. 3-point attempt. No good from Yanko. The rebound pops into the hands of Justine Charlesworth. Charlesworth on the move. Outside to Switek on the drive. Layup, yes, and a foul. Good going so far today for Hannah Switek. 6 points for the senior guard out of Mother Macaulay High School. And a free throw coming up here as Striker picks up her first foul of the game. Starters back in for the Saints. Bolton and Pyle return to the floor. Switek hits the free throw and departs. Laura Lee Thormeyer checks in for the first time. Once again, St. Francis is doubling up Great Lakes. A little trap at half court. Yanko's in trouble. And a whistle blows, a tie up. It'll stay with Great Lakes. Mia Kennelly reached her hands in and forced the held ball call. Side out for Great Lakes. Here's Nakano, passing off to Yanko, who's cutting along the baseline. Double team, gets it outside. Here's Striker from the baseline. The 2-point jumper, a high arcer, misses a little bit long. And the Saints grab the ball and run. This is Thormeyer. Over to Jordan Pyle, left alone for three. Pyle is short. Nakano comes away with the rebound, 1-on-3. Trying to beat Pyle to the basket, and she took an extra step. Traveling called on Sakura Nakano. Made a nice move, but she took an extra step in doing so. She did get around Pyle and get herself to the rim. Risky maneuver for the senior Sakura Nakano. Challenging three defenders. Jordan Pyle does the same on her end, taking it into the paint, but she gets an uncontested layup. Great Lakes defenders just kind of split up, let Pyle run in between. 6 early points for Pyle. She's got 6. Switek's got 7. Nice no-look pass from Nakano. Inside striker, can't finish, and Yankee comes away with it. Thormeyer across half court. Gives it back to Georgia Bolton. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound Great Lakes. And ripped away by Mia Kennelly. Another chance for St. Francis. Pyle just inside the free throw line, kicks it out. Yankee for 3, and that's off the mark, out of bounds. The Saints' troublesome shooting from 2 nights ago has so far carried over to tonight. It's been their calling card all year, the three-point shot, among the best and the NAIA level at shooting three-pointers, but they had a miserable night on Wednesday shooting from the outside, and so far more of the same today. Josie Graffio is the only one to have hit a three-pointer thus far. Tasia Cross walks it to the left side, hands it off to Randy Fitzgerald. Just checked in. Greer from the corner, three-pointer, no good. Greer hit one from that same spot a little bit earlier. Can't make it 2 for 2. Under 3 minutes to play in the quarter. It's Charlesworth faking the shot, dribbling and kicking out. Pyle tries another three and got it. 9 points for Jordan Pyle, who had 3 from in the paint, and now she gets going from a little bit further out. Big lead for St. Francis. They've scored 5 in a row, and this 12-point advantage is their largest so far today. Mystic striker follows it down to Shadia Greer in the corner. Here's Sakano. 3-point attempt from her is no good. One and done for the Crusaders. Pyle dribbles it off her foot. The ball luckily rolls right into the waiting hands of Laura Lee Thormeyer. Yankee off the feed from Pyle, lays it in. Pyle's got 9 points. Now she's got an assist as Yankee has her first points of the evening. Fitzgerald dribbles around the perimeter, tries to cross over on Kennelly. Well defended, passes back outside. Greer, 3-point attempt. Good. Greer has been very active from the outside. 12 3-point attempts in 8 games this year coming in. She's already taken 3 of them in the first quarter today and hit on 2. Jordan Pyle has been very aggressive today, and Pyle scores 2 more. Timeout called by St. Francis, a 30-second timeout with 1 minute and 26 seconds to play in the first quarter. Saints have gotten rolling on the offensive end. A little bit of a slow start as they struggled to shoot the ball, but now they've started to get rolling inside. Just keep feeding the post. Hannah Switek got things rolling early on the drives, and now lately it's Jordan Pyle, who's got a game-high 11 points, outscoring Great Lakes all by herself early on in this one. It is Great Lakes Christian basketball coming out of the timeout. Saints will set up on the defensive end. Nakano, Greer, Cross, Stryker, and Fitzgerald, same 5 on the floor for CB Long's team. Long does not have a lot of options on the bench. So these 5 will play a lot, as will Yanko, who started the game. This is Stryker, trapped, throws it up for grabs, and Talia Pellegrini intercepts it. Pellegrini getting her first action of the night, immediately on the stat sheet with a steal. Pyle drives and kicks. Switek from the corner, missed the 3. Rebound slipped right through the hands of Jordan Pyle, and Mystic Stryker pulls it in. Tasia Cross dribbles gingerly to the right side, taking on Alina Yankee. She backs up, sends it to the top. Fitzgerald over to Greer. No shot this time from Greer. Shot clock under 10 for Stryker, who thought about the 3. No chance with Pyle closing in. 4 seconds to shoot. Shadia Greer, one dribble, throws one up off the front rim, no good. Rebound, Alina Yankee. Saints on the move. It's Pellegrini walking it up to the top of the key and passing off to the right side. Charlesworth to Swiatek. Swiatek right down the lane. Layup, no. Rebound tipped into the hands of Cross. Shot clock off for Great Lakes, but they're moving quickly. Fitzgerald has it poked away by Pyle, and it's a steal for St. Francis. Swiatek with 15 seconds in the quarter shovels it out to Yankee, and the Saints back it up again. Jordan Pyle, one dribble in the lane. Back out to Pellegrini. Three-pointer, no. Offensive rebound, Charlesworth. Bounce to Pellegrini, cutting to the hoop, and she misses the wide-open layup. Rebound, Great Lakes, and they do not have time to get another shot off. So the first quarter comes to a close. No points over the last minute and a half of the period, but all in all, a strong opening showing from St. Francis as they put 23 points on the board and open up a double-digit lead over Great Lakes Christian College. Traveling here for the first time in their school's history and got off to a fair start against the Fighting Saints offense. The defense kept them in it for the first part of that first quarter, but Saints started to figure it out a little bit, and the Crusaders had some trouble getting into an offensive groove in that first period. Saints shot 42% from the field in the first 10 minutes. Great Lakes just 23%, 3 of 13. 2 of those field goals were three-pointers from Shadia Greer. The other one, a 3 from Mystic Striker. They did not connect from inside the three-point line in the first. As for St. Francis, 8 of 11 inside the arc, just 2 of 13 outside the three-point line. So the outside shooting struggles are now going on a game and a quarter. That's certainly something they'd like to get figured out as we move on here, because Fighting Saints entering Wednesday were the best three-point shooting team in the country at the NAIA level. They're still right up there even after a rocky performance on Wednesday, but today's showing so far is not going to help matters. They'll start the second quarter with Charlesworth, Bolton, Graffio, Hannah Swiatek, and Leilani Harris in for the first time, freshman out of Marist High School on the south side of Chicago. Saints are led so far by Jordan Pyle's 11 points on 5 of 7 shooting. Pyle starts the second period on the bench. Georgia Bolton passes up top to Josie Graffio. To the left wing, this is Harris. Leilani Harris carries it inside and draws the foul. It's like a little push from Randy Fitzgerald. Saints have out-rebounded the Crusaders so far 13-11. Justine Charlesworth has struggled to shoot, 0 for the game thus far, but leading the way with 5 rebounds. Harris misses on the first free throw. Leilani Harris has played sparingly so far this season, but she's played well when she's been out there. She knocks down the second free throw, averaging 5.4 points in just 10.4 minutes per game. Harris figures to get a little more playing time for the foreseeable future, with Braxton Mickens currently unavailable for the Fighting Saints. Here's Tasia Cross, stripped by Harris. Leilani Harris lays it up and in. So she checks in and immediately picks up 3 points. And the Saints lead is up to 16, 26-10 our score, as Great Lakes gets its first possession of the second quarter. Ball moved around to Cross in the corner, guarded by Josie Graffio. Cross flings it up top. This is Yanko. 3-point attempt, too strong from Sakura Nakano. Here come the Fighting Saints. Graffio, one dribble, out to Harris. Three-pointer, no. Rebound secured by Great Lakes Christian. Tasia Cross holds it up top. Cross over to the right, weaves between a couple of defenders and gets herself fouled. Maybe the most impressive offensive play we've seen tonight. Tasia Cross splits the defenders, got by Josie Graffio, and then crossed over Georgia Bolton as well.
St. Francis foul, number 10, Georgia Bolton, her first.
Bolton, after picking up her first foul, heads to the bench. Jordan Pyle is back on the floor. Cross misses on the first free throw. Second shot good. Hannah Switek across half court. Hands off to Jordan Pyle, who makes her way inside, picks up the dribble, and finds Graffio out on the wing. Josie Graffio bumps on the shot. Came up short on the jumper, but she'll go to the line for two.
Crusader foul number 12, Mystic Striker, her second, team second.
Second foul on Mystic Striker. Great Lakes can ill afford to have too many players get into foul trouble. So that could be a big one. Graffio makes the first free throw. 4 points in the game for her. This will be just her 7th free throw attempt of the season, and it's no good. 4 of 7 from the line so far this year. Striker lobs it in low to Cross. Cross gets tangled up with Hannah Switek and is called for the travel. Moved her feet a little bit too quickly there. Rather than sizing up the play, she ran into Switek. The two of them kind of tussled for the ball. But while it was still in her possession, Cross took a couple of steps, an easy call. Switek crosses to the right. Passed outside, this is Kennelly. Kennelly in traffic, and she takes a walk. Very similar to Cross's travel on the other end. Met the defense and then became a little indecisive and took those steps. So back-to-back turnovers. The lead remains 16 for St. Francis. That's good from Leah Yanko. Switek hands it to Kennelly. Out to Justine Charlesworth. Here's Switek for three. Too strong. Cross tries to save the rebound but can't do it. It hit the baseline. Or maybe she hit the baseline as she tried to save it. But it is Saints' ball. It deflected off of a Crusader trying to pull in a rebound. So the Saints will start it over again here as Harris checks out. Bolton back in. Inbounded to Jordan Pyle. Here's Hannah Switek. Switek backing in down low. Loses the ball, loses her footing. No whistle, and we're going the other way. Ahead for Cross. Layup, no. Rebound pulled down by the Fighting Saints. So after a St. Francis turnover, Great Lakes is unable to take advantage. Justine Charlesworth corner three is good. And that's got to feel good for her. Charlesworth's been having all kinds of trouble from the outside. Hannah Switek pokes away the inbounds pass. Still Great Lakes ball. I've talked a lot about how much St. Francis as a team has struggled from the outside, but Charlesworth has been their most consistent shooter the last few years. So her struggles have been maybe even a little bit more notable than everybody else. That was a big one for her. And now a steal for Hannah Switek. Pass thrown away by Mystic Striker. Switek misses on the layup. Offensive rebound, Georgia Pyle. Nice job by Pyle following on the break. Pyle kicks it into the corner. Three-pointer misses once again from Switek. Lobbed ahead for Tasia Cross. 2-on-1. Cross to Striker. Striker under control but not able to finish at the rim. Georgia Bolton a little bit shaken up for the Saints. Think she might have gotten poked in the eye, but she's all right. She gets back into the play, and she has the ball now. Fires a three, and got it. Well, if she did get poked in the eye, as I surmise, maybe she should play with one eye more frequently. She was dead on that three-pointer, a perfect stroke. And St. Francis extends the lead to 20. Timeout called by St. Francis with 6:09 to play in the first half. A little bit slow going to start this one, but it's turned around pretty quickly. The Fighting Saints are in control, as they figured to be against Great Lakes. Saints are coming off of a frustrating loss on Wednesday in a conference game, but they have absolutely dominated almost everyone they've played this year. And this is a non-conference game. Great Lakes is playing something of a CAC schedule. They're playing a handful of games against the conference this year, which stands to reason. Midwestern small school would play some of these other small schools in the Midwest, but Great Lakes is neither a CCAC foe nor an NAIA opponent. Playing a lot of smaller schools, some community colleges on their schedule this year. Just trying to hang around right now with St. Francis. Cross drives and kicks. This is Nakano firing a long-range jumper, no good. Long rebound goes out to Jordan Pyle. Pyle fires down low to Pellegrini, one bounce, kicks it outside. Kennelly, open three, no good. Fight for the rebound, we've got a jump ball, it's going the other way. Well, if you were hoping that the Justine Charlesworth three-pointer a few moments ago would open the floodgates for St. Francis, time to start searching for something else. They're still not shooting it all that well from the outside. They're in the same gym today that they were in when they struggled with the shot on Wednesday. Ball knocked loose by Pellegrini, and it deflects off of Nakano out of bounds. St. Francis ball. Same gym, but different lighting scheme today. Some of the lights are off in the gymnasium as Yankee turns around. Can't connect over Greer, grabs her own miss. One dribble, tries the layup again. This time she gets it with her back to the rim. Nice second effort by the senior from Germany. Saints lead is 22. I don't know if the different lighting scheme has anything to say about shooting percentages as Greer misses the floater. Coming the other way is Pellegrini. Pellegrini tried to fire it ahead to Switek. Fitzgerald jumped the passing lane and deflected it out. My guess is not so much in terms of the impact of the lighting. Cara Caswell is in for Great Lakes. Canelli receives the inbounds pass and banks it in. Caswell's getting her first action. Mystic Striker, Great Lakes leading scorer, is on the bench with 2 fouls. Not just their leading scorer, she scores well over a third of her team's points for the season. Greer's their leading scorer so far tonight, but she misses from the baseline. Here come the Saints. Pellegrini, indecisive as she received the pass. She's called for the travel. Just over 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. It's been all Saints so far. Not a dominant offensive performance thus far, but they've done well enough to open a big lead as Nakano floats one off the front iron and Laura Lee Thormeyer takes it the other way. Thormeyer into the corner, Graffio, three-pointer, good. Josie Graffio extends the lead to 27. And the Saints pull away just a tad further. Second three-pointer of the game for Graffio. Step back jumper misses from Randy Fitzgerald, but Greer gathers the offensive rebound. Fitzgerald throws it outside over to Yanko, nearly tipped away. Yanko pulls it back in, misses the three, and Graffio grabs the rebound. Here's Mia Canelli. Canelli slicing through the defense, gives it up last second to Yankee, who's not able to finish. A little bit too hard off the backboard. Great Lakes slows it down a bit. Trailing by 27. They've got just 3 points so far this quarter. And an errant pass. Nakano thought Yanko was going to go one way. Yanko went the other. Saints take it over, and a foul called as Talia Pellegrini streaks to the basket. Sakura Nakano gets called for the foul.
Receiver foul number 24, Sakura Nakano, her first, team's third.
Striker is back out there for Great Lakes. On the floor with 2 fouls now, but they need her offense. There hasn't been much offense from Striker so far today, but averaging 20 points per game for the season. First free throw is good for Talia Pellegrini. Pellegrini, freshman from St. Charles, Illinois, has appeared in every game, playing just over 10 minutes per contest this year. 60% from the line. She makes 1 of 2. Nakano hurrying things the other way, but Pellegrini kept pace with her, so she has to slow it down. Yanko passes to the cutting striker, not deflected, and out of the reach of striker, out of bounds. Another turnover committed by Great Lakes with 3:13 to play in the first half. Georgia Bolton takes it into the teeth of the defense. Greer sends it away. Loose ball picked up by Kennelly. Shot clock does not reset. They've still got 15 to shoot. Thormeyer takes it inside. Greer blocks it again. 2 blocks on the possession for Shadia Greer, but the Saints rip it right back. It's Kennelly. And another block by Greer. That's 3 in a row. Greer playing defense for the Crusaders tonight. Well, let's see if they can get anything on offense. St. Francis has been mighty stingy so far. Nakano guarded outside by Kaylee Ford. Pass to the left side through the hands of Yanko, and Yanko just barely pulls it into the corner, saving it from going out of bounds, but only for so long. Her pass intended for Randy Fitzgerald spits through the latter's fingertips and out of bounds. Swiatek gets the screen from Kaylee Ford around to the left side, finds an open shooter. Kennelly, no good on the 3. Offensive rebound once again for Justine Charlesworth. She's made a living on those today. Jumper misses, fight for the rebound, and a foul called on St. Francis. 4 offensive rebounds in the half for Justine Charlesworth. Now she's got a foul on her resume as well. It's been a long while since Great Lakes has scored. See if they can change that on this possession. Under 2 minutes now to play in the first half. Sakura Nakano walks around the perimeter and fires it up top. Striker, right back. Now inside it's Greer. Greer, double team, kicks it outside. 3-point attempt, Nakano on the money. Sakura Nakano has her first 3 of the game. 4th made 3-pointer today for Great Lakes. They've made just 1 2-pointer. Kennelly out to Charlesworth. She tries another 3, and that's 2 in a row for her. So she is starting to feel it again. And the Saints respond to the Crusaders' 3, bringing the lead right back to 28. Nakano guarded by Swiatek. Switched up now with Charlesworth. Down to the corner. This is Yanko along the baseline, and Yanko is pushed out of bounds by Georgia Bolton. Third foul on St. Francis. Bolton and her 2 fouls head to the bench. Yanko set to inbound with 60 seconds to play in the half. Intercepted by Kennelly. Mia Kennelly jumped right into the passing lane there. Takes it the other way. Given off to Swiatek. Down to the corner. Charlesworth, 3 ball, and she's eaten up. 3 threes for Justine Charlesworth. She's got 9 points now for the game. Big lead for St. Francis. 31 points is as big as it's been. Great Lakes has gone ice cold. Just no way to score right now against this tough St. Francis defense. Striker blocked from behind by Mia Kennelly. Shot clock is off for the Fighting Saints. Lobbed ahead for Leilani Harris. Harris is able to grab it despite the defensive pressure. And Swiatek backs it up. 15 seconds to play here in the quarter. Swiatek just holds it. And fouled by Nakuro. Nakuro was right on top of her, almost so close that he could have gotten her for a foul for invading Swiatek's personal space. The referee was not offering a 5-second count, though. 5.7 on the clock here. Into Kaylee Ford. One bounce out to Kennelly. Kennelly, three-pointer is good to wrap up the first half. Saints have hit 50 for the half on a late flourish of three-pointers from Justine Charlesworth and Mia Kennelly. And they carry a big lead into the break. 50-16 our score. We'll get you a full breakdown of first half stats and get set to bring you the second half of basketball action in about 15 minutes. I'll step aside for the moment. Saints up big at halftime here at home over Great Lakes. We're getting set to start the second half of play. We're at the Sullivan Center on the campus of the University of St. Francis here in Joliet. Terry Bonadonna with you for another 20 minutes of basketball. If they're anything like the first 20 minutes were, should be a nice, fun win for St. Francis. Fighting Saints lead Great Lakes Christian College 50-16 so far. That is on 42% shooting, 33% from beyond the arc, 57% on free throws. So not shooting how they'd like to, but they've been able to build a huge lead thanks to a couple of stats. Probably most notably, they've taken 45 shots. Great Lakes Christian has only taken 25. Saints have out-rebounded Great Lakes 27-21, notably 9 offensive rebounds for the Fighting Saints. Turnovers 15-3. Great Lakes has committed 15, the Saints only 3 of them. So listen to some of these lopsided stats. Points off turnovers. St. Francis 15-2. Second chance points, St. Francis 6-0. Points in the paint, St. Francis 22. Great Lakes Christian 0. Fighting Saints are led by Jordan Piles, 11 points. Justine Charlesworth came on strong at the end. 3 straight three-pointers over the last few minutes. She's closing in on a double-double, 9 points, 8 rebounds for her. Great Lakes is led so far by Shadia Greer, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks for their center. All 3 of those blocks came in the span of about 30 seconds, actually. See if she can keep rolling here in the second half, and if the Saints can put this one away pretty quickly. Hannah Switek outside to Josie Graffio. Graffio kicks it out to Charlesworth. Mia Kennelly on the wing. Down to the corner. This is Switek with the shot clock running down, missing the 3. Mia Kennelly is on the floor right now. Jordan Pyle is on the bench. Layup misses from Mystic Stryker. Other than that, the starters are on the floor for both sides. Here's Graffio with the layup. It's good. Josie Graffio played well in the first half. She had 7 points, 4 rebounds, so she's closing in on a double-digit scoring game. Here's Mystic Stryker in the corner. Stryker has had a very tough game so far, just 1 of 7 shooting, and now she's 2 of 8 with a free throw coming up. Nice little drive by Mystic Stryker. Good patience on the play, and a chance at a 3-point play now. Stryker is the team's leading scorer, averaging 20 points per game this year. She had just 4 and 4 turnovers in the first half. She did have 5 rebounds. She's got 7 points now for the game. Hannah Switek across half court, off to Georgia Bolton, nearly knocked out of her hands by Leah Yanko. Saints keep it alive. Graffio finds Charlesworth, 3-pointer, good. 4th of the game for Justine Charlesworth. Timeout called by St. Francis, just a minute and 20 seconds into the second half. Justine Charlesworth has gotten going nicely today after a tough game on Wednesday and a tough start to today's contest. She's made 4 consecutive 3-point attempts and is now 4 for 7 in the game from beyond the arc. Charlesworth came into today's action averaging 9.6 points per game, good for 4th on the team. Braxton Mickens, Jordan Pyle, Hannah Switek, all averaging in double figures at the outset of today's contest. Mickens is not playing today, but Pyle played well, 11 points in the first half. In fact, all 11 were in the first quarter, and I think she might be done for the day. I'm guessing just based on the fact that she didn't start the second half. It's a huge lead right now for St. Francis. So John McGinty might be taking this opportunity to give his senior a little extra rest before they return to conference play next week. Actually, this is the last home game for St. Francis for more than a month. They'll be back home in 5 weeks. But they've got some conference games on the road, and they've got some out-of-state tournaments over the holiday season. So they're trying to give the St. Francis faithful a good going-away party today. They will be remembered fondly while they're gone if this trend keeps up. 36-point lead. Pass is blocked by Bolton, picked up by Kennelly. Mia Kennelly fires out to Bolton in the corner. 3-pointer is off the front of the rim. Rebound tracked down by Georgia Bolton. So she eventually corrals her own miss. Justine Charlesworth is hassled by Stryker. Kicked out to Graffio. Here's Switek. Down to the corner, Charlesworth. Shot clock at 9. Josie Graffio pulls up at the free throw line, sends it out to Bolton. 3 seconds to shoot. Bolton, a little floater in the lane, gets the rim, does not get the bucket, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Saints. Great Lakes Christian basketball. Sakura Nakano handles the ball and passes off to Shadia Greer. Back to Nakano, who this time breaks the trap. Passes off to Cross, air ball on the 3. Saints on the move, looking to run off the miss. Hannah Switek into the corner, Charlesworth looking for her 5th straight three-pointer. This time she misses, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Saints. Nakano lobs it across half court. Stryker can't pull it in. Kennelly falls on top of it. And we've got a jump ball. It'll go with the Saints. That time Sakura Nakano looked like she just didn't want it anymore. She didn't want to deal with that trap. She just tossed the ball up for grabs, and the Saints nearly came away with it. It is actually a possession error to Great Lakes, so they keep it. Nakano toes the line, stays in the front court. Off to Stryker. Mystic Stryker throws it out of bounds. Too tall, looking for Tasia Cross. Switek has it stripped by Nakano, gets it back. Switek drives, dishes at the last instant to Graffio, who's blocked, gets it right back. Good job by Greer to stall her. And now a foul on the outside, whistled against Leah Yanko.
Crusader foul number 13, Leah Yanko, her first, team first.
First foul of the half on Great Lakes. Georgia Bolton leaves the contest, and Jordan Pyle is back in after sitting the first 3 minutes of the half and most of the second quarter as well. Trying to grab a rebound after the miss from Hannah Switek, and Pyle does keep it alive. Graffio out to Jordan Pyle on the wing. Swung around to the left side. Kennelly, three-pointer, no good. It's too strong. And the rebound trickles out of bounds. Crusaders basketball. They've scored just once in the second half. Mystic Stryker connected on a three-point play. Greer. Fadeaway jumper, looked like it was tipped by the Saints. Couple of hands in there for St. Francis. Switek takes it the other way, kicks it outside. Graffio for 3. Grazes the rim, no good. Rebound chased down by Leah Yanko. Fired ahead for Tasia Cross, one-on-one. Cross is blocked from behind by Graffio. I don't know if Tasia Cross felt Josie Graffio coming in, but there was really nobody in white behind Graffio. If Cross had given a little head fake, she probably would have had a clean layup. Nice job by Graffio, though, making up the distance and coming away with the block as she checks out. Leilani Harris is back in. Nakano takes it outside and passes down to the corner. This is Leah Yanko with a nice crossover on Kennelly. Yanko takes it in tight, rolls around the rim, does not go. Switek, crossover, back up top. Charlesworth for 3. Good. Justine Charlesworth has her 5th made three-pointer of the game. She's now got a game-high 15 points as Great Lakes turns it over again. Lena Yankee in for Mia Kennelly. It's Yankee, Harris, Charlesworth, Pyle, and Switek on the floor right now for the Fighting Saints. Mystic Stryker jumps the passing lane, takes it away. Stryker 1-on-2, takes it in anyway, and it draws the foul. Stryker hit the free throw earlier this quarter, so now a chance to add a few more from the line. She's the only one to have scored since halftime, just 3 points. Saints have outscored the Crusaders 8-3 since intermission. After a very short breather, Greer is right back in for Randy Fitzgerald. Crusaders on the day, 3 of 5 on free throws, make it 4 of 6. The lion's share of those have belonged to Mystic Striker. This will be her 5th attempt of the game. She's only missed 1 so far. Got them both. 58-21. Striker has 8 points. 9 now, actually, after making both free throws. Swiatek dribbles to the left, spins into the lane, kicks it out to Charlesworth for 3. Another one for Justine Charlesworth. 6 3-pointers in the game now for the senior shooter. She's gotten a lot of open looks, and she is making the Crusaders pay. Cross is bumped across the knees by Hannah Swiatek, who picks up her first foul of the game. To the bench with her, Laura Lee Thormeyer is back in. Yanko bounces to the outside. 12 seconds to shoot for Greer. 3-pointer, way off. She gets her own rebound. Back up with it, Greer puts it in. Well, the miss was so long, it took a hard ricochet off the backboard and bounced right back into Greer's hands. So Greer is able to make lemonade out of lemons there. Charlesworth hits another 3. Well, you can make as much lemonade as you want on offense, but at some point, somebody's got to go out and guard Justine Charlesworth. That's 7 3-pointers now. All of them in the last 10 minutes of game time. Jumper is an air ball from Greer. Knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Crusaders. "41-point lead for the Fighting Saints. Nothing out of the ordinary for St. Francis. They've won games this year by 60, by 89. By 43 in a much closer contest. So this 40-point lead is right in their comfort zone. I guess anybody would be comfortable with a 40-point lead. Harris takes the travel, and it's a turnover. Autumn Scholl is in the game for the first time for St. Francis. Sophomore transferred in from Ellsworth Community College. John McGinty using up everybody today. We've seen the whole active roster so far. Everybody's gotten at least 1 minute. Step back 3 misses from Nakano, and the rebound tracked down by Charlesworth. Charlesworth fires it off into the corner. Jordan Piles' 3-pointer misses, but she grabs her own rebound. Pile to Harris. Leilani Harris into the corner. Thormeyer for 3. That's on the money. (67-23). 3 minutes to play. Greer from the corner. Air ball. She shot well in the first half. She's missing her 3-point attempts badly here in the second. Pyle runs into traffic, and she's fouled. Second foul on Leah Yanko. Jordan Pyle is the free throw shooter. 50% on the season. Pyle scored 11 points in the first quarter, has not scored since. And that changes with the first free throw. Second shot is good. She's got 13 points. She leaves. Mia Kennelly is back in. So a young lineup now with 3 freshmen and a sophomore on the floor along with Justine Charlesworth. Greer bounces from the right side. Greer puts it on the floor, blocked by Scholl, but she's fouled.
St. Francis foul number 32, Autumn Scholl.
So first foul on Autumn Scholl. It's the 4th on the team. 2 free throws for Greer as Yankee checks back in for Scholl. Shadia Greer has 8 points so far. There's number 9, trying to become the first double-digit scorer of the game for the Crusaders. Mystic Striker has 9 points. Greer is stuck on 9 as well. She misses the second free throw. Looked like Randy Fitzgerald had the rebound, lost it on her way down. And we've got a jump ball, possession arrow to the Fighting Saints. Tasia Cross a little bit shaken up coming out of that pile. So she departs. Mystic Striker is back in, but Cross was at least able to pull herself off the floor. St. Francis basketball. CB Long has a quick conversation with one of the officials before we're ready to continue. Here's Leilani Harris. Up top to Kennelly, around the screen. Kennelly drives and kicks into the corner. Three-point attempt is good. Lauralee Thormeyer hits her second. Thormeyer is close to a 50% shooter from three-point range on the year as Nakano gets inside and draws the foul. Foul called on Alina Yankee.
St. Francis foul number 0, Alina Yankee, her first, team's fifth.
Sakura Nakano will go to the line for 2 shots. First one is good. Nakano's a 10-point per game scorer. Gets to the line more frequently than any other Crusader. She gets both free throws here. 46-point difference. Nakano's got 5 points for the game. Thormeyer makes her way across half court. Passes to the left side. St. Francis weaves it around the perimeter. There's Harris receiving the pass. Leilani Harris gets inside, can't finish. Rebound to Greer. Yanko sets up the offense. Now fires a 3. Too strong. Rebound Greer. Greer turns to face the basket and draws another foul. They're losing big here, but one thing that Great Lakes is doing really well here in the second half is getting themselves to the free throw line. They've been in the bonus for a little while now. St. Francis has only drawn 2 fouls. Josie Graffio is back in for the Saints. Justine Charlesworth sits down after having made 7 3-pointers. First free throw is good. Talia Pellegrini is back in as well. Charlesworth's record is 8 3-pointers in a game. She did a couple of times. Let's see if she gets a chance to add another one. It's a big lead. Her day might be done with just 9.5 minutes to play. Thormeyer makes her way across the timeline, passes off to Graffio. Graffio drives and kicks. Kennelly for 3. Short. Yankee taps the rebound to herself, back up, and a foul on Greer.
Crusader foul number 44.
Alina Yankee to the free throw line.
Alina Yankee on the line for 2.
First foul on Shadia Greer. 53% foul shooter. Yankee makes the first. Timeout is called by Great Lakes Christian College. 30-second timeout. Crusaders did yeoman's work trying to hang in there in the first half, but just not enough offensive firepower tonight. They have really struggled to score from the field. Although they've come to life a little bit as this third quarter has gone on, mostly from the free throw line. They have put 12 points on the board this quarter, which is their best quarter of the day so far. They've had a varying schedule this year. The levels of competition has jumped up and down quite a bit. Against tough teams, they have struggled to score, but they've Had some decent numbers as well, even in blowout losses. Last time they played on Wednesday night against Northern Ohio, John McGinty's old school, they put up 67 points despite falling by 18. Yankee converts on the second free throw. 6 points for her. Nakano across half court, passes to the right. Yanko trapped, throws it out of the trap, finds Nakano, right back to Yanko. Along the baseline, she's pushed out, a foul called on Thormeyer.
St. Francis foul number 3, Lauren Thormeyer, her first.
First foul on Thormeyer, who's got 6 points off the bench today.
Leah Yanko at the line for 2.
2 shots coming for Yanko, who's got 2 points so far in the game. First shot misses. 65 seconds to play in the third quarter. Second shot is good. St. Francis scored 50 in the first half, putting them on pace to hit the century mark for the third time this year. They have not fallen off that pace at all. Still right there. Thormeyer tries another 3. Air ball this time. Sent ahead by the Crusaders. It's Randy Fitzgerald laying it in. Nice transition bucket for Great Lakes.
Randy Fitzgerald.
Graffio gives it to Pellegrini. Up top, Yankee. She takes it into her left and draws the contact. Well, and Yankee is heading back to the free throw line. "6'2" tall center squares it up and misses on the first free throw. One more coming for her. 29.9 on the clock. So if Great Lakes grabs the miss, or if it is a make, the Crusaders can hold on for the rest of the quarter. Yankee does miss, knocked out of bounds, and last touched by the Crusaders. Shot clock at 20 for the Saints. Bounced in for Josie Graffio, and Graffio lays it in. Nice find by Thormeyer. Graffio snuck in behind the napping defense, and Graffio's into double figures now. She's got 11 points. Fitzgerald outside to Yanko. Yanko at the free throw line. Gives it up to Nakano. Leaner from the free throw line. Banks it home. Nice shot for Nakano. 3 seconds to play in the quarter. Thormeyer does not have a chance to get a shot off. So the third quarter comes to a close. Another good one for St. Francis. They led 50-16 at the half, and they extend their lead, outscoring Great Lakes 26-17 over the course of the period. St. Francis in pretty good position here to pick up their 8th win of the year. This is a nice little palate cleanser for them after a tough conference loss in which they did not shoot the ball well at all against Indiana Northwest on Wednesday. They lost that game by 15. And the game as it was played most of the way through was a little bit closer than the final score reflected, but at the same time, St. Francis never really felt like they were in control of that game, even when they led early. And they always felt like they were trying unsuccessfully to play catch-up. So a fair result, even though it was one that they were not particularly fond of. But good to get another game like this in. Saints have blown out several opponents early in the year, and they're on the verge of doing so again here today. Justine Charlesworth is the game's leader with 21 points. I don't know if we'll see Charlesworth again or not, but she is just off of a double-double, 21 and 9 rebounds. Saints also have double-figure scorers. Jordan Pyle, who's at 13 points, and Josie Graffio, who has 11 points on just 4 of 6 shooting, just 6 field goal attempts. have netted her 11 points, and she's also got 6 rebounds in just 18 minutes tonight. Graffio playing well for the Fighting Saints. Saints playing well all around right now. It's Pellegrini, Canelli, Ford, Thormeyer, and Graffio on the court to start things off here in the fourth quarter. Leah Yanko carries the ball for the Crusaders. Leading scorer for Great Lakes is Shadia Greer with 11. Mystic Striker trying to get herself into double figures as well. She gets fouled on the drive. 2 free throws coming up. Striker has just 9 points on 2 of 9 shooting. She's been averaging about 25 a game the last couple of weeks. Leilani Harris in for Josie Graffio. Saints go small here. Striker makes the first free throw. 2 of 9 from the field. 5 of her 10 points have come from the line, where she's missed just 1 free throw. Second one just barely skims the front of the rim. No good for Mystic Striker. Thormeyer bounces it to Harris. Canelli, open look from 3-point range. That's short. Fight for the rebound. In and out of the hands of Kaylee Ford. Mia Canelli tracks it down. Another chance for the Fighting Saints. Canelli now just 1 of 7 from 3-point range. Takes it inside this time and back out to Pellegrini. Harris has an open look, and Leilani Harris misses on the 3-point attempt, out of bounds. Saints average right around 11 3-pointers made per game. Today they've got 14, and the vast majority of their shots have come from beyond the arc. 41 attempts from 3-point range so far, just 25 from inside the arc. Still not shooting it at a very high percentage. Fitzgerald's pull-up jumper rims out, and the rebound is brought in by Canelli. But Great Lakes has given them a lot of great looks throughout this game as Kaylee Ford throws it right into the hands of Greer. Steal for Greer, and Nakano backs things up for Great Lakes. Leilani Harris tried to jump in front of the pass there, but she's called for the foul, grabbing at the arm of Leah Yanko. Greer into Striker. Mystic Striker throws it up with the left hand and rolls it in.
Mystic Striker.
Harris walks to the right. Tough defense from Nakano. Kicked outside. Thormeyer, corner 3. Rims out. Offensive rebound, Kaylee Ford. Ford is called for the double dribble. Tough defense from the Crusaders. I talked about the difference between 2 and 3-pointers today. Fighting Saints have not had much going inside, mostly because they've gotten so many good looks from the outside that they haven't really forced it in. They haven't had to. But they are shooting better than 50% from 2-point range, just over 30% from 3-point range as Pellegrini knocks the ball loose, ends up forcing the tie-up. It's going the Saints' way. Great Lakes actually was shooting the ball well from the outside early on, not so much here in the second half. 0 for 6 shooting 3 balls since halftime. Thormeyer gets the screen, kicks it outside. Canelli gives to Harris. Harris's pass is deflected to the sideline, out of bounds. St. Francis still more than doubling up Great Lakes, although the Crusaders have put a little bit of a dent into it. As Nakano comes up with a near steal, Thormeyer keeps it alive for the Saints. Ahead for Pellegrini. Possession never officially changed hands, so the shot clock's at 4. Leilani Harris takes a look at that clock, throws it up and in. With that clock running down to 0, Harris had to throw up a shot. She puts it in, and now a steal for the Fighting Saints as Pellegrini takes it away, and a foul called on Great Lakes. Third foul on Leah Yanko. Talia Pellegrini is the free throw shooter. And the first shot is good. Pellegrini 2 of 3 from the line today, make it 3 of 4. That accounts for all 3 of her points. The Saints put on a full court pressure. Great Lakes struggles to get it in. They really struggled last time around, rolling the ball out to no man's land. That one thrown into the front court and chased down by Yanko. Yanko is fouled by Thormeyer. Thormeyer thought she had her feet set. The call goes to the offense this time, and we're back to the free throw line. Leah Yanko shooting 2. Graffio and Scholl are back in for Kennelly and Ford. Yanko's got 3 points today. There's number 4. Tough night shooting for her, 1 of 6 from the field, but Great Lakes as a team is only around 20%. So she's not doing a whole lot worse than the rest of the pack. Easy shots have been hard to find for Great Lakes today. Thormeyer off to Harris in the corner. Leilani Harris works her way to the paint. Off the glass, no good, and the rebound deflected into the hands of Mystic Stryker. Stryker heaves it down the floor to Randy Fitzgerald, and Fitzgerald pulls it back outside. Stryker backs down. Stryker up with the left, no good. Rebound Harris. Mystic Stryker's rocky shooting output has continued. Scholl up to Harris. Down to Josie Graffio, who fires the 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound tracked down by Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald slows things down a bit. Back to Yanko, and Yanko sets up the offense. On the run, Yanko off the side iron, no good. Thormeyer got a little contact, no call as she fires off to Graffio. Pellegrini back over to Thormeyer. 3-point attempt, short. And rebounded by the Crusaders. Mystic Stryker pulled that one down. Stryker's got a chance at pulling in a double-double today despite not matching her usual offensive statistics. She averages 20 points, 9 rebounds a game. On the run, Nakano flips it up and misses. Saints are taking it the other way. Bounce down low. Pellegrini lays it in off a nice feed from Lauralee Thormeyer. To the cutting Stryker. Stryker's scoop shot good. Well, she's capable of making things happen, even when it doesn't seem to be there. Stryker just 3 of 11 shooting tonight, but she's up to 14 points now to lead her team. 8 rebounds as well for Stryker. Harris, 3-pointer, way off. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Autumn Scholl. Kennelly back in for Thormeyer, so John McGinty continues to play 3 freshmen in the lineup. Josie Graffio is the lone upperclassman out there, although Alina Yankee is sitting at the scorer's table right now. Sent in for Stryker. Stryker hit, can't complete the shot, but she'll go to the line. 2 free throws for Stryker, 4.5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Big lead for St. Francis. They've been up by as many as 48. 42 right now. Make it 41. Saints are doubling up the Crusaders as Stryker connects for her 15th point of the game. Misses on the second shot. Pellegrini pushing it ahead for the Saints. Off to Graffio. Josie Graffio fires to the corner, worked around to Leilani Harris. Harris penetrates, misses the underhanded shot, offensive rebound. Yankee out to Graffio, no good on the 3. Harris is called for going over the back on the attempted rebound. And that should be free throws here for Great Lakes. That's already the 5th foul on St. Francis. Thormeyer back in for Harris. And everybody's starting to realize now that the Crusaders are in the bonus. I think they need to ascertain who exactly was fouled. Cara Caswell goes to the line for 2 free throws. Caswell makes the first. First point of the game for her. Caswell came into tonight's contest averaging 0.8 points per game. She had scored 6 of them in 8 games played this year, and she's right at her average now, or right near her average. 1 point for the game as she misses the second foul shot. Pellegrini from the outside, no good. 1 and done for the Fighting Saints. Nakano to the high post and Striker. Outside Yanko. Around the screen. Back inside. Striker working against Yankee. Banks it in. Nice move down low. Mystic Striker. Here in this second half, she has put together a really nice stat line. 17 and 8 now for Striker. Graffio drives and she's bumped. 2 free throws coming up for Josie Graffio. Shadia Greer already has a double-double for Great Lakes Christian. 11 points, 10 rebounds. St. Francis has dramatically out-rebounded Great Lakes Christian tonight, as Josie Graffio makes the first free throw. 12 points now. Second shot misses. Rebound tipped into the hands of Graffio, so she ends up with her own miss. Here's Canelli. Outside Pellegrini along the baseline. Pellegrini kicks it out to Kaylee Ford. 3-point attempt misses. And the rebound is loose on the floor. Canelli trying to come away with it. And the call is a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the team in blue. So the Crusaders take over. St. Francis down to 29% shooting 3-pointers today. You'd never know it based on the score. They've dominated this one. Striker, fadeaway, connects. 19 for Mystic Striker. They have not been an easy 19. She's working hard inside. 2:54 to play. And Great Lakes puts on the full court press. Canelli kicks it into the corner. Kaylee Ford for 3. Air ball. Striker on the other end, in traffic. Not this time. Knocked out of bounds by Harris. It'll stay here. Taken away by the Fighting Saints. Yanko tried to inbound it to herself. She threw it off the back of the Mia Canelli, but Mia Canelli was able to turn around and take the ball away. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stick with St. Francis, 18 to shoot. Inbounded to Pellegrini. Pellegrini lays it in. It's been a fast-paced game today, a lot of quick shots. A couple of moments ago, I was talking about the gaudy rebounding numbers for a couple of Crusaders in this game, despite the fact that they're a big minus on the rebounds. How about Striker? She just finds a way to put the ball in the basket. On the turnaround there, she's got 21. So she has hit her season average as the Saints throw it away. But picked up by Leilani Harris. Back-to-back turnovers. Here's Thormeyer. Thormeyer is fouled. And the point I was trying to make about rebounds, the Saints are plus 12 rebounding. But there have been a lot of boards to go around. There have been so many missed shots in this game. And that's partly because neither team is shooting at a terribly high percentage, and partly just because both offenses have been working quickly. There have been a ton of shots, both made and missed. Almost 100 rebounds total in this game. Thormeyer's first free throw misses. Thormeyer came in shooting hot in the third quarter. Not as much over the last few minutes. She's got 6 points. And she connects on the second free throw. Yanko across half court. Fires down low for Stryker, off the face of Stryker, and it ricochets into the hands of the Fighting Saints. It's Leilani Harris who's called for the double dribble. Just under 100 seconds still to play. Along the sideline, and a foul called on Pellegrini. Crusaders are in the bonus, so we'll see a couple of free throws here. Malia Fry, the sophomore guard, just off the bench for the first time, immediately gets into the action at the free throw line, and Fry misses the first shot. Second attempt for Malia Fry. That one goes down. So Fry is on the scoreboard for the first time this year. And it's an 86-49 ball game. Mia Kennelly passes out to Loralee Thormeyer. Thormeyer works in with the right hand. Back out to Kaylee Ford. Ford, one step into the paint. Jumper misses off the back iron. Rebounded by Autumn Scholl. Second chance, no. And a rebound to Great Lakes. That's number 9 for Mystic Stryker. Fitzgerald along the baseline. Back out to Fry. Here's Stryker working with the right hand. Spins into the paint. Off balance shot. Halfway down. Didn't fall. Saints are just 3 for 20 shooting this quarter, but Autumn Scholl makes it 4 for 21 with a nice little layup off the feed from Talia Pellegrini. First points of the night for Autumn Scholl. After a little bit of an offensive dry spell, Saints are back on the board here in the final minute. Long range shot misses from Cara Caswell. And the Saints probably don't have to shoot here if they don't want to. Shot clock is technically on. Scholl does take the shot, and she banks in her second in a row. Final 20 seconds of the contest. Mystic Stryker doesn't seem to be in any hurry. Crusaders appear as though they're just letting the clock run out here. Caswell will take the three-pointer in the closing seconds. She banks it in. And it has not been a great night overall for Great Lakes, but the bench makes some noise for Cara Caswell, who hits on her first three-pointer of the season. She had been 0 of 7 from beyond the arc this year. So a feel-good moment at the end, but all in all, the game felt a lot better for St. Francis as they take care of business here at home. A 38-point victory over Great Lakes Christian College. 90-52, our final in the first ever meeting between these two schools. For St. Francis, a nice bounce back after the defeat at the hands of Indiana Northwest on Wednesday. So St. Francis improves their record to 8-2 on the season. And the Crusaders of Great Lakes Christian fall to 2-7 this year. Saints shot 37% from the field, just 14 of 49 on three-pointers. Great Lakes 29% from the field, 5 for 20 from the outside. Leading scorer in the game, Justine Charlesworth at 21 points, also contributed a team-leading 9 rebounds. Loralee Thormeyer off the bench led the way with 6 assists tonight. Double-digit outputs from Jordan Pyle. She had 13 this evening, and Pyle did that in just 16 minutes played. Josie Graffio had a strong performance, 12 points and 8 rebounds for the senior. For Great Lakes, the leader was Mystic Stryker. Slow start for her, but she got going late. Finished with 21 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Double-double for Shadia Greer, 11 points and 10 rebounds this evening. St. Francis back in the wins column with another lopsided victory, something that has been commonplace for them over the course of this season. And after they suffered their second loss of the year, they're back on the winning side. Last time that we will see them for quite a while. Saints are not back home until the month of January, so they'll play the next several on the road, including a couple in some out-of-state tournaments. They've got a few non-conference games on the road as well. As always, you can keep up on everything you want to know about the University of St. Francis Fighting Saints basketball squad at GoFightingSaints.com. Plenty of men's basketball coming up in the coming weeks for the Fighting Saints. So if you're interested in that, I'll talk to you then. Otherwise, it'll be a while. Saints back home in January. They win this one by a final score of 90-52. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time, this is Terry Bonadonna signing off for the University of St. Francis. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.